guys are intellectually up here, but spiritually on a GED. And because the fulfillment of the bank account, the fulfillment of good relationship, the fulfillment of businesses and material stuff, quite just don't, you still feel that missing something. Is because he left that something for him. Y'all gotta hear me. He left that pot for him. If the world could totally satisfy you, it wouldn't be no need for God. Right? So here's what God does. God will bless you, Brother Keith, and give you everything you want. Right? He don't have, what if God said, unless you answer your longing, I'm not going to let you accomplish anything. It'll be a lot of broke folks in the world. Unless you come to me first, you're not going to get anything. But ain't it something how good God is? God will let you get blessed all your life. Right? And put himself second in your world. And the only time you really going to consult with him is when what he's already sustained falls. When I did not go to God. Mama raised me in church, but when I got on my own, when he sustained me in his favor, he couldn't hear from me. Gotta be real. He ain't hear from me too much on that because I won't no need to hear from me when everything doing good. Was the longing still there because I was raised up in church? Did I hear the voice? Yes, I did. But I didn't take heed to the voice because I was doing well. Let that car break down. I can't get to work. Let that furnace in the house go down. Come on now. Let death come in the family and somebody died that's close to me. Right? I want you to listen. Don't you understand that humans are going to live forever? Don't you understand that God has circumstances that happen around your life because he's longing for you? He'll let your sister die, your brother die. He's longing for you. Nothing just happens. When you look at circumstances around you, it is to get your attention because God is persistent coming after you. Your whole life, he's running behind you. When you just going to stop and say, Lord, you ain't got to chase me no more. I'm here. Come on now. That's what life is all about. Every time, it's a balancing act, mama. He says, I'm going to bless you. And when he blesses you, you forget about him. When he lets you go through struggles, you remember him. When he blesses you, you forget about him. When he lets you go through struggles, you come back to him. But I'm coming right now and saying, declaring today, Lord, I want the longing to be before my lust. I want the longing to stay at me before my bank account, before the job, right? I want you to know that I'm no longer going to seesaw you in my life. You are going to stay here all the time with me. Now, I might be like this, Belvin, but you are here, and I'm not going to let nobody move you from here in my life. Come on. Humans long for comfort and hope. In times of pain, suffering, uncertainty, when facing the fear of death, belief in a higher power and an afterlife offers immense comfort, hope, and a sense of security. When you're saved and you're kept by God, even though we don't want to die, that fear that comes with death subsides because you know you're going to live again. That's where the faith comes in at. You know that this body must deteriorate. Right? And so now if you notice those that have real faith, right, they're celebrating funerals now. I remember a time it wasn't celebrating no funerals. A funeral was a funeral, Mr. Turner. You go in the black and you cry them all the way down to the grave. Now people are getting it now, and they say, I am going to see my sister and my brother again. Let us celebrate. Oh, we getting it now. We ain't totally lost. Okay? And that's why you see the shifting on how people handle Okay. You always had somebody die, and something happened. Like my mother was giving me news about my Aunt Joanne and just different family members that was dying. Right? It was so many news. My Uncle Leon. It just so much news was coming, and I had to look at myself because Kim, I thought that something was wrong with me. Because I won't boo-hooing and crying over people dying. Y'all got to hear me. I want to be serious. I wasn't feeling like that, feeling like I used to feel when I was younger. You know, I like, okay, they died, we're going to plan for the funeral, and we're going to celebrate them. But I thought something was wrong with me, Brother King. Because I said, am I getting so used to it? So into whatever I'm into. Because one day I'm going to be in that grave. And I don't want nobody to just feel like, okay, he gone. All right, he did a good thing. Next week, back to work. But the bottom line is this. When you leave this earth, your life begins. Right? And I had to look at myself, and the Lord said to me, it's not that you are senseless or not humble. You have now understood the transition. You transition to transition. You died to live. And so you thinking you being insensitive. Everybody in the funeral crying, everybody hearing news. You hear a lot of news, and long as you live and you feel like, damn, why I ain't crying? Why I ain't broke down that my aunt gone? Why ain't, going crazy, even though these people been with me when I was young and all that? Because you realize that your relationship with God, right, is more important than what's currently going on. Right? And so I had to think about that for a minute to make sure I was still humble and still not caring about who I love. So when people transition, and you see people all falling all over the what you call it, on the altar and all that, that's something else. Cause that means you don't know God. Cause if you know God and the person is in right with God, you're gonna celebrate to move on. My humans have a need for connection. Humans have a deep-seated need for connection and belonging. Religious communities provide strong social support, a support network, and an ideal relationship with God fulfills a desire for an ultimate loving companion. Don't always, I need y'all to hear me, don't always be your own inner lawyer. Y'all know what a lawyer is, right? Okay? I can say that. Know why? Because I got an inner law firm myself. Okay? Break, hear me out, okay? This is part of that longing. This is you fighting against that longing. Break the hope in yourself and put hope in God. You don't break the hope in yourself. That's why you don't get the full fulfillment of God. Because there's a confidence in you that overrides your confidence in God. Y'all get to hear me? I'm trying to teach you something now. There's a confidence in you that overrides the confidence in God. So it's too much of you. Not saying you're a bad person. It's too much of you blocking. Come on now. See, I'm talking to some people smart, who thinkers, who really hearing what I'm saying spiritually. It's too much of you. You're not a bad person. Let me say that. But it's too much of you, hope in you, and you losing hope in God. Okay? You got to hear what in the Bible kids say, let the Spirit, those that have the Spirit, let the Spirit hear. You got to hear what I'm saying. You have a lot of hope and confidence in you. And in that, you lost confidence for God and don't even know it. Remember God's constant goodness. No matter how great your sin, here we go, God would never turn his back on you. You have to know that. And the reason you know that, they say it all over America in churches, but the only reason you know that God will never turn his back on you, because everybody in your life is going to turn their back on you at least one time. That's how he God. Husband going to turn his back on his wife going to turn it back. It has to happen. I'll never turn my back on my wife. Yes, you will. Because he ceased to be God. So he has to show your imperfections so he can be God. You hear me? He has to show. God is a jealous God. He'll be jealous of a husband worshiping a wife too much. He'll be jealous of a wife worshiping a husband too much. Even though he said honor and respect, but he's still watching. She can't even see me looking at him. I still saying him. Okay? I need you to resist doubt, because Jesus lived a perfect, righteous life on our behalf. He perfectly measured up to God's expectations. You don't need to have no doubt. You didn't do the work. Jesus did the work. So I walk in confidence because he did the work. See, you want me to walk in confidence like I did the work, because you're going to find when I fall short, and then you're going to keep me and hinder me in that place. He did the work for me, so I'm walking in confidence. And last, I want to say this. Remember that God has an unshakable, here's that longing that David knew. God has an unshakable goodness towards you. So resist that doubt that would drive you inward, hear me out, rather than upward toward God. To put your rest in him. One of the important commitments of faith is to be committed to what I call self-confrontation. Okay? You have to confront yourself. That's what the longing is there for. God longs to you because he said you refuse, you paint a picture of the way you are, and you block him out. I'm fine. Can't nobody tell you nothing. You always got to have somebody in your life that can tell you something. Confront yourself. You know when you're wrong. You know when you're right. Stop painting a picture when you making yourself feel right. Confront you. I don't worry about you confronting me. I'm going to confront me.
Yes, that's right.
Okay?
That's right.
So we have a tendency to take ourselves off the hook. That's what I call it. And argue for the right of what we are thinking. No, you cannot do that. You can, but you're deceiving yourself. God has to have room in your life, and that longing on this Sunday morning needs to be answered. Okay? He's been too good to you, and when you leave here, you're going to understand that that same longing ain't going nowhere. Right? So that's why the Bible says there is no excuse at the end when you face God. Right? It don't have nothing. Stop waiting. I used to wait on people. Okay, I used to wait on people, Mama, to okay. Let me turn this